and that's why it's being impounded. Good morning everyone, I'm here along Commonwealth with Addict. They're doing the Tanggal Baluk Tanggal Usuk operation, which is to try and take dilapidated jeepneys off the road, or at least get them to improve things that need replacing, like bald tires, no brakes, no lights, etc. Now what you'll notice is there's a lot of vehicles here today, especially from the army, because they're going to be carrying passengers that are affected by today's operation. Now some people have said, don't you realize that by taking these jeepneys off the road you're having a major inconvenience on commuters? And that's true, but it's a balancing act for the DOTR. If they do nothing at all, the jeepneys won't improve. And if they do too much, commuters get affected. So they really have to find that balancing act. But at least today they have lots of vehicles to help those that are affected by today's operation. And they will really be targeting the worst of the worst jeepneys. They're not just going to pick on, one minor violation. It has to be really bad condition. So you can see there's so many vehicles here to help commuters that might get stranded. It's not just army, there's various different vehicles, but you can see there's a lot of them here today. So they're here primarily to help those affected commuters, but also to some degree they could be security. So let's just walk along. Let me show you just how many vehicles are here waiting and ready to help, and show you what's actually going on up there with the jeepneys that they're stopping and everything like that. I think right now some of the men are being fed, which is good. I've already had my breakfast. Anyway, let's just walk up here, and I just want to show you the sheer number of vehicles, because even I was quite surprised when I came here this morning, because I went down at this circle and then I walked here, which was quite difficult by the way, because I couldn't find a sidewalk. So I ended up walking towards UP and then through like a forested area. I met some like homeless people. They were nice, good morning, good morning. So it was a good experience at least. So let's just keep walking along here and just show you the sheer number of vehicles. Okay. There's really a lot. So now we're getting closer to where they're actually stopping the jeepneys. Sorry if this isn't a very short video. It's probably going to be a little bit long, but I want to give people, a better idea of exactly what's going on. Some people just want action, 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 but for me, I want to try and give, a story around that, like what's really happening, all the preparation that goes into it, what happens to the passengers that are affected, not just, oh, look at this jeepney, it needs to be impounded, look at this jeepney, it needs to be impounded. I really want to give a fuller story. So let's keep going. This is where they're actually, stopping the jeepney. So you can see there is a little bit of congestion up here also. The Quezon City DPOS are also here, I believe. So it looks like they've stopped this jeepney here. I'm not sure what the reason is. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I think they said defective signal lights, I'm not sure what else. But we'll come back to that. For now, I just want to continue showing you what's up here. So here you can see General Gonzalez next to this white car here. You've also got various other people. Oh, Attorney Lazada from LTFRB. Yes, good morning. No, I'm okay, thank you. I'll just go ahead and I'll come back. Okay. So yes, there's a lot of people here. Of course, LTFRB, it's important that they show here because they're the ones that are franchising these jeepneys. Let's keep going. Oh look, the guy here has his laptop. I think this is for checking franchise. Good morning.
Sir.
Are you using this to check the franchise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So there you go. Simple question, but it's a yes. They're able to type in all the details and see if it really is franchised, if the documents are genuine and everything like that. So let's keep going along. You can see some media vehicles here, ABS, CBN, and probably some others. Let's keep going. Oh, a noisy motorbike over there. It's a shame that he didn't come closer so that he could be stopped. Let's keep going. Looks like the DPOS are further along here also. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like they're writing out the paperwork, so it might be a summons. What's wrong with this one?
I got a worn out
the worn out tire.
As you can see, it's uneven.
Is there anything else?
They're still checking.
Okay, thank you. So you can see they're dealing with this one now. Probably they'll, I don't know, they could also test the emissions and stuff like that. There can be a lot of things. Typically bald tires, the lights aren't working, the handbrake doesn't work. the emissions, of course. So there are some key factors that they're really looking for before everything else. You can see the meter over here. Big camera. I just have a small camera. Let's keep going along. This is really going to be a long video, and I apologize because I know some people won't be interested. But for those that really want to know the full story about what goes on here, yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. So you can see right now they're putting another sign on the side of this one, so people are aware of what's going on. Good morning. And yeah, they're going to label up all of these. It would be quite nice to try and get one of those tarpaulins at the end of the day, although they probably need it for the next operation. At least they have a ladder and they're not doing some crazy, like trying to stand on a rock or something. So you can see there's really a lot of vehicles here ready, standing by, because one of the biggest complaints is, okay, it's all well and good you doing those operations, but what about commuters? How are we going to get home? So this is to try and address that problem. Woo, let's keep walking. I am getting a little bit tired because it's hot here. I think we're nearly at the end. I can see some highway patrol group up the front here with their motorcycles. Most likely that's if someone refuses to stop, they'll be at the end and they can chase after them or whatever they need to do to get them to comply. And I think we're at the end. Let's take a look. I'm sure for the army this is probably a little bit boring for them, but you know, they're helping the people and that's the main thing. So yes, we made it at the end. What I'll do now is I'll swap to actually capturing what's going on with the jeepneys that they stop. What's the violations? What do they do? Do they give them a summons, subpoena? Do they just give them a ticket? And yeah, we'll see how today goes. Well, I have to admit, this is not something I expected to see. They stopped this beep jeepney because he had the signs hanging in the window, and then once they start checking other documents, it appears there's some kind of problem with the OVR. So they might actually impound this jeepney. So the reason for impounding this is that he was issued a violation, and you have, I think, 7 days to pay that, and it acts as your temporary driver's license. The problem is that's already expired, it's gone well past that, so it's considered driving without a license. There's somewhat of an irony here because this is essentially a brand new top-of-the-line Euro 4 diesel jeepney, and it's now going to be impounded just because of something as simple as an unpaid ticket. So imagine, every time he's riding along the road, he's making big black clouds behind him. Here you can see another jeepney that's been stopped. I'm not sure of the original violation for why they stopped them. You can see the LTFRB here just checked the franchise and he said everything's okay. So at least for franchise, there's no problem. The tyre is also looking in a pretty fair condition. I'm not sure about lights, handbrake and everything else, but overall, although it could do with a clean, it looks pretty okay. They're just telling him to take down the signboards because they're not meant to be there. Okay, he's giving it a fair amount of revs and there's really not much smoke coming out of it. Normally you see big black smoke, so I imagine they're probably just going to wave this one on. Right now they're checking the lights at the front. You can see the headlights are working, although when he goes into bright mode, only one of them comes on. Testing that signal, that's working. Testing that signal, that's working. High beam, seeing high beam, one of the lights goes out. Let's see if the brake lights come on. Yep, he does have brake lights. I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but the brake lights did come on, so that's something at least. Just that one front light that needs to be fixed. So you can see that this jeepney is almost modernized in the sense that it's now side loading. So you can go in through here, or you can go in at the back. It's quite unusual actually, very unusual. So right now they're dealing with this taxi here. The original reason why they stopped him is because of the virtual plate on the front. And then when the LTFRB came in and checked the franchise, they found out that it's expired. So I suspect they might actually impound this taxi. It looks practically like a brand new vehicle, so I'm quite surprised to see that it has an expired franchise. It looks like this one's being unloaded now by the highway patrol group. I'm not sure why, because it's literally only just been pulled over, so it must be something fairly serious. See, right now those passengers are being loaded onto one of the army trucks. Even the Tahoe man is going up there. They've also stopped this bus for one of the gentlemen. They just want to make sure that everyone actually gets home or gets to wherever they're going safely. and not be too disrupted by this operation. Here you can see they're dealing with someone that doesn't have a helmet on the back. So you can see right now the LGO is coming in just to verify the license and everything else. Well, it looks like they're going to issue a ticket for that one for no helmet. I think everything else is in order, so they'll just get the ticket and then they can go on their way. So you're going to impound this one?
Yes.
And what's the reason?
Expired TOB.
Expired TOP. Thank you. So they're really dealing with a lot of things. This one here is being impounded because it has an expired temporary operator's permit. There's various other issues. Good thing that they have, you know, the various buses going by and the army vehicles to carry any affected passengers.
Pumasa na kayo sa LTO. Pasado na kayo sa LTO. Hindi, pumasa na kayo sa LTO. Lahat ng test, ilaw, brake, gulong.
Yung month na ito, ma'am,
Na-issue kayo ng MB. Na-issue ka ng sabina ngayon?
Wala pa.
May nag-test na sa inyo? Wala pa?
Ano na yung month?
No, now, ngayon.
pa.
Wala pa?
At paano, tinisip na po ako na DNR. Sabi nila, pakita ko ba? Ilang usok lang.
Prangkisa na lang, sir, pati niya. Brake nyo, okay. Handbrake nyo, okay. Okay, let's see. Hanggang 2018 ho kayo, December. Pakihinga nyo yung brake. Handbrake. Hindi ganyan, brake full mo kuya. Tutulakin namin kayo ha. Patras. Hawa kayo ha. 1, 2, 3.
It appears to be okay. Now they're going to check the lights in front.
Hi.
Got the headlights on. Should have a high beam. Signal light. Signal light. That's okay. Let's check the brake lights, rear lights.
Tingnan mo, gra. Brake. Ilaw. Gulong. Gulong. Emission. At saka uniforme. Okay. Prangkisa mo.
And you see, since that one was okay, they'll just let it move on without any issue. Just a minor inconvenience to their day.
Dati na mga pamasahe, may libreng sakay po tayo doon. Mausok po ito. Kakaroon kayo ng sakit. Balik po pamasahe. Balik. Kung yung pamasahe, may libreng sakay tayo doon. Up! Sukan.
See, right now the driver's giving their money back to everyone.
Tabi. Takbo! Isa pa! Takbo! Isa pa! So, yung pamasahe, may libreng sakay doon. Ang mga usok.
Wow, look at this one.
Balik yung pamasahe.
And that's why it's being impounded. Because they go along the street and they do drive with those kind of high revs, and of course you get a whole street full of black smoke and everyone's breathing that in. So right now this one's being unloaded also for the smoke belching, and they're going to move everyone onto the army vehicles to take them to their destination. You can see right now the driver's giving everyone their money back. We'll just flag down this jeepney. Let's take a look. It looks in relatively good condition, to be fair. The tyres have tread. It's been cleaned, obviously someone's washed it. Let's check out the lights. So headlights are okay. Signal lights are okay. Signal lights. Now check the rear lights. Brake lights appear to be working. Didn't check the rear signal lights for some reason. Now they're testing the handbrake, so he's applied it. They'll try and push the vehicle. Didn't roll, so that's good. So it looks like everything's okay with this one, and he'll be on his way with no problems. Looks like they just flagged over this bus. I'm not sure if there's a specific reason or if it's just for verification. Let's see the LTFRB moving in now. As you can see right now, he's checking all the documents, he's checking the plate. There's also a stencil there of the chassis numbers. it appears that everything's in order, so they're able to go on their way without no ticket, no impound, nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with this one. It looks like they're just wrapping up the operation now. I only showed you a small glimpse of what today's operation was about, but I hope that you did find it helpful. Of course, these are all the guys that helped today to make it possible from various different agencies. You have the AFP, you have the PAF, you have the HPG, you have the LTFRB, you have the LTO, you have the MMDA, of course all the IACT guys. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone, but there's really a lot of people involved in this. So I hope that the riding public appreciate this, because ultimately this is to get a better experience for those riding public, a better experience for pedestrians that don't want, you know, to take in all those emissions every day. It's really bad for your health. So I hope you found this video informative, and also the DPOS from Gadget City, I shouldn't forget them. So if you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up and continue to follow my page. Thanks for watching.
Starting tomorrow, we will be operating some other areas naman, no? Medyo, I think I will be very frank to you na we will be operating within the bound outside ng Metro Manila. Time na rin na expand natin to para malaman ng buong Pilipinas na not only Manila ang concentration ng IACT, especially the Task Force Alamid, but also the nearby provinces, and later on we will expand to Visayas and Mindanao. Yan po ang roadmap ng IACT, no? Para walang masabi sa atin na Metro Manila lang tayo nagpo-focus. Hindi po yun. IACT can operate anywhere dito sa Pilipinas. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ito po yung mandato natin. So again, gentlemen, ladies, ma'am, as I've said, as Commander of the Task Force Alamid, let me again congratulate you, of course, for a job well done you have done this morning. I think we deserve an applause sa lahat ng natin.